So we'll be discussing about the module 2 Django templates. So what do you mean by templates? As we already know that the basic architecture when we go with respect to the web development is nothing but model, view and then the controller. So till now in the view part itself we were writing the presentation part also. But the main drawback of using uh, presentation in the view part was, so as we know that the development side is written by one person and the presentation is written by the other person. So if something changes in the one part, it is getting reflected in the other part of the program, or it can be discussed as, so here the one person needs to wait for the other person to complete his task. To overcome this disadvantage, we came with an idea of what a template, where an independent script can be written with respect to what the presentation. So it's something like model is written individually, view is written individually, and then the template is written individually. So basically model is nothing but database, view is nothing but logic, template is nothing but what the presentation. And in the previous, till now whatever we discussed with respect to web development, till now what we have gained the knowledge, we had another important part called as controller. So controller used to interact, it was playing a very important role for the interaction between the model as well as what the view. It was useful to establish a connection between the model and the view, whereas in this case there is no need the role of controller, because Django framework itself plays the role of what the interaction between model, view as well as what the template. So here in this particular model we are trying to understand what is model, view, template, what is the role of that, what is the need of template. As I already told people, templates are used for what? It is used for the presentation. So we'll try to see, but here here also we are going to use the same HTML tags. Along with that we are going to use some of the template tags also of the Django here. So this is nothing but what the architecture user is interacting with the Django means through the URL, and that URL is viewed by the view model, and the view is going to redirect either to the model or the template. That means if there is any database connection, then there is any data need to be fetched or data need to be database related, any information need to be obtained, then request goes to the model. If any presentation is needed, request goes to the template. It is a two directional, so it is vice versa the interaction. And there are different types of what the template tags, as already told you people. So we have in presentation we are going to use the same HTML tags. Along with that we are going to use some of the template tags also. So here there are some of the template syntax. So Django template uses its own syntax like template tags, variable, filters. So here template tags are basically enclosed with the braces and modulus, and ended with modulus and the braces. And next variables we are going to enclose within what two curly braces, and we are going to use filters when we are going to use the filters we are going to use the pipe character here. And next is template inheritance. So here Django template support inheritance, allowing you to create a base template with a common elements like header and footer, and it can be extended with respect to what the other template. It is something like we are trying to create a parent home page, and whatever we are trying to write in that, it will be reflected, it can be reflected with respect to what the other children templates for the home for the parent template here. That is the template inheritance. And here we are going to use the context, where we are trying to render the template by creating the with the help of render function, along with help of the context object. And we are going to study about the template tags and then the filters. So here Django is going to provide a wide range of built-in template tags and filters. Some of the template tags or template tags that is been used for looping, for conditional data, and for data formatting we are going to use filters. We'll see some of the example of that. And for static and media files also, we are going to use the on the slide you can see how exactly the template tag is represented. Basically, template tag is written angular braces, modulus, and the tag name, and then end with that. For static and media file, it is represented like this. And how you're going to render template, as I told, you're going to use the render function followed by 3 parameters. So the 3 parameters are request object, template name, and then the context dictionary as the argument. So request object here, it will be in terms of HTTP request here, and for which you are going to send the request, that template name you are going to use, and in which form the data will be there, whether it is in the form of dictionary or list. Okay, and there are the different these are some of the template tags here. You can see modulus, extend template name, include, if condition, else if, and for item. So these are some of the examples with respect to what a template tags. And for URL you can use, for just now we have seen how to write with respect to static, for media, for comment. Okay, and then if you are going to access any variable using Django, you will be using what, two curly braces. For that you are going to use user.username. So here you are going to access username attribute of the user variable here. So attribute name is username and the class name will be user here. And how you are going to use filters means value lowercase. That means whatever value you are going to convert the value in terms of what, lowercase. And date filter character and date colon YMD means you're going to format the current date in terms of year, month, and day. Similarly, we have the variable assignment and conditional rendering as an example with respect to template tags here. And these are some of the example with respect to filters. How date is, for example, you can see date. It formats a date according to the given format. You can see date, this input, and filter date in which format you want. And for default, if you want to specify the value is undefined, then you're going to use default colon NA. And length, if you want to return the value of the length in terms of characters, then you're going to use example my underscore list length.